Good day, my name is Angelo, and this is Channel Up, where we update you on true crime, mystery, and lifestyle. Thanks for joining us. I have a trending issue about a British Army officer allegedly arrested for smuggling AK-47 rifles and other weapons into Nigeria. A British Army major, whose identity remains undisclosed as at now, has been arrested alongside several accomplices by operatives of the Department of State Services (DSS) for allegedly smuggling over 50 AK-47 rifles, 6 pump-action shotguns, and more than 3,000 rounds of ammunition. According to reports, the arrests were made in Lagos and Asaba, the Delta State capital, respectively. The Nation newspaper reports that sources revealed the British officer, who hails from an ethnic group in Delta State, allegedly procured the arms at the request of an unnamed individual. Multiple agency sources confirmed over the weekend, according to Punch newspaper, that the main suspect and his associates linked to illegal arms dealings are now in DSS custody. The British Army major was reportedly intercepted in Lagos as he attempted to leave Nigeria for the United Kingdom, the UK, while his collaborators were apprehended in Asaba, the Delta State capital. One insider stated that the British soldier was involved in acquiring weapons for a man named Collins, allegedly with the aim of sparking unrest in Warri. During a covert operation near Asaba, DSS operatives from the Delta State Command arrested the arms supplier and his associates, seizing the weapons and ammunition, according to the source. Shortly after, DSS agents in Lagos apprehended the British major while he was trying to flee the country. The suspects are being held in DSS custody pending a thorough investigation, with assurances that those responsible for plotting ethnic violence will be brought to justice. In a related development, a traditional ruler is reportedly under secret investigation in connection with the arms smuggling incident. But to this case, there is a twist, because the UK has come out to confirm that the suspect involved in this arms deal is not really a serving soldier. And this has brought lots of controversy to the case already, because there are facts pointing at the fact that this man was or has a link to the UK army, but somehow the UK has come out to refute that claim, and I'm going to take you through that particular update so you would understand where I am coming from and where I am going to. This is because I feel that every information that is put out there in the public space ought to be verified before it is being dished out to the public. Okay, as a matter of reality, I am of the opinion that we dig more into this particular scenario to know where we stand. So the British High Commission on Wednesday refuted claims circulating in the media that a serving member of the United Kingdom Armed Forces is involved in an alleged illegal arms procurement operation in Nigeria. This is why I told you that we must have to verify for each update before you really start working on it. Okay. In an official statement released by the Commission, a spokesperson for the High Commission clarified that the individual identified in recent reports is not currently serving in the UK military. Further information provided by the Commission revealed that the individual previously served as a junior rank in the UK Armed Forces Reserves and has since been discharged. It was also confirmed that the person held no commissioned officer status during their time in service. Wow, that means this person is impersonating, or somehow the truth is yet to be found out. Because if the truth has been found out, then we will be able to know if the UK is trying to disassociate itself from this army officer or this ex-army officer of theirs, or if there is something fishy somewhere, all right, this would leave to those who are in charge of this investigation. So we don't move faster than our shadow. So they could have, put all hands on deck and provide for us or to us necessary information that are intertwined in this particular case. So, citing obligations under the common law and the UK's Data Protection Act, the Commission stated that it cannot release additional personal details regarding current or former personnel. So, this is left for the two countries and their operatives to come together and work. The Punch newspaper reports that a British Army officer, Major Mika Polo, an Ishekiri by origin, was allegedly recruited by one Collins to procure weapons and ammunition intended to fuel tribal tensions in the oil-rich region. However, DSS operatives from the Delta State Command were said to have foiled the move on Friday night and arrested the arms supplier during a covert exchange near Asaba, Delta State. Now, the truth remains that the man's name has been known, Major Mika or Micah Polo, and because his identity has been revealed now by the Punch newspaper, I believe it's a step ahead for the operatives that are in charge of this investigation. All right. So if you ask me, I would say categorically that maybe this case is gradually revealing itself, and because lots of people seem to be involved and lots of agencies are involved in the investigation, I think it's not going to take a long time before we know the truth about this. Whether I don't know whether I can say this ex-army major or this impostor that is posing as an army officer or not. Still, this is left for the operatives in charge of this case to tell us what is involved. After lots of exhibit materials were recovered at the site of the operation where Major Micah Polo was arrested, on the other hand, Polo was intercepted in Lagos, as I earlier said, as he attempted to board a flight to the UK. All right. Now, lots of his associates were apprehended too in Asaba during this operation. Now, the operatives of the DSS have done well by, apprehending this particular criminal, and I feel that they will put more hands on deck to ensure that the country is in safe hands. This is because a country without security operatives or without active security operatives really is no country, or is a porous country, if I would say that. So kudos to the DSS, kudos to other security agencies who brought intelligence together, who brought efforts together to make the arrest of this Major Micah Polo a success. I would outrightly say that there are lots of things happening everywhere, but only those who put efforts would know and will be able to act towards these occurrences. Once more, kudos to security operatives in Nigeria for apprehending this particular culprit who have actually planned to send down menace on some parts of the places in Niger Delta. So, a delegation of Niger Delta stakeholders and a coalition of civil society organizations on Monday stormed the British High Commission, demanding a thorough probe of the indicted British Army officer. They also begged the British government to cooperate with the Department of State Services, DSS, to uncover Major Micah Polo's collaborators, some of whom are reportedly still at large. So if you ask me, I would say that maybe there are insiders in this. I can't say for sure because the investigation is yet to reveal lots of names and involvements in this. But such missions must take place with insiders. All right. So in conclusion, in the light of the unfolding events, this is my opinion, it is imperative to approach this incident with a strong kind of emphasis on due process, national security, and the integrity of international relations. The alleged involvement of a former UK military reserve member, according to the UK Commission, in arms trafficking and attempts to incite ethnic violence in Nigeria is deeply troubling and must be thoroughly investigated without prejudice. While the British High Commission has clarified that the suspect is not a serving officer, The gravity of the allegations demands transparent cooperation between both nations on their authorities. Okay, this case shows the urgent need for tighter border controls, enhanced intelligence sharing, and a kind of unified stand against illegal arms proliferation. All right, the Nigerian government must actually ensure that justice is served and that any individuals, regardless of nationality or status, found complicit are held fully accountable under the law in the country. This is my opinion about this, and I am saying this because I feel that justice is going to be, dished out, because I trust the security operatives, I trust the government, and I know that justice is still going to be pushed out, because wherever such offenses are seen and are frowned at, then trust me, the security operatives are not going to back down from, dishing out justice when the time comes. Thank you so much for staying this far. If you've been watching this video and you've been following our updates, please like them, share these videos to your friends abroad and at home, and don't forget to, drop comments for us in the comment section. And then if you're watching me for the first time, tap the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, so that when I drop a new update, you will be able to see it firsthand. Wouldn't you love that? See you next time. Bye.